It may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens.
Hi beauties and welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kenzey and today marks 26 weeks pregnant. Oh my gosh, that actually sounds terrifying to say out loud. 26 weeks is almost 30 weeks and 30 weeks is almost 40 weeks and 40 weeks is when the baby's here. So crazy. Today we're gonna go ahead and go over the past week of my pregnancy, so weeks 25 to 26, and not a lot has changed, but the changes that have happened are significant, okay? Like, they are major. Also, bear with me because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm losing my voice again, so I apologize in advance for that. I'm gonna try and push through and radiate my voice so that you can hear me, but bear with me. And of course, if you aren't already, be sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you never miss any future weekly posts. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Before I go ahead and share my most recent weekly changes with you guys, I want to hop into my pregnancy app real quick and kind of just give you an idea and rundown of what it's talking about as far as the baby's size and stuff like that. I use a couple of different apps, but today I'm going to be using the What to Expect app. Comment down below and let me know if you guys would be interested in a video where I share some of my favorite pregnancy things, as far as like maybe like my pregnancy pillow or the pregnancy apps that I use, or like just different things that have made my pregnancy easier. Comment down below and let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But again, I'm going to go into the app What to Expect and just share a few of the major updates that it basically is saying has happened within the last week. So this app is really cool because it basically tells you the size of the baby and then gives you like a comparison of what size that would look like. So if I was to compare the size of my baby to a fruit right now, it says that my baby would be about as big as an acorn squash. Now, I don't know what an acorn squash is, but in my mind, that's about this big. She should be measuring in at about 14 inches, around 2 pounds. And Lord have mercy, when I see this number right here, I have 14 weeks to go, you guys. That's crazy, okay? 14 weeks to go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that is pretty much the What to Expect update. Again, I'm 26 weeks and I cannot wait to meet baby girl. So now to move forward with the changes that I've noticed within the past week. Lord have mercy. I'm really curious if she is going to suck her fingers, because me as a child, I used to suck these two fingers and I would tap on my blanket. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, then you would have seen my story where I mentioned that the other day. It's like, it's weird. It's a long story. But I used to suck my fingers, and so I'm really curious if she's going to suck her fingers like I did. My niece does, so who knows? I don't know if it's hereditary or not, but I'm really curious. I pray that she doesn't though, because that is a horrible habit to break and it is so bad for your teeth, but we'll see. Moving forward, again, I don't have a lot of changes that happened, but the changes that did happen are definitely significant. The most vital thing that I think that I've noticed over the past week are what I assumed before I knew were just like growing pains. But recently I've started to experience what I've later learned to be round ligament pain. So apparently that's like in your pelvic area, and it literally feels like a knife is stabbing me. Like, it just like sharp shooting pain right in this like general area, and it just like shoots down into my groin, and it sucks. Like, that is a really horrible feeling. I mean, it's bearable right now, but yeah, apparently that is round ligament pain, and up until this week I had never felt it before. So like I mentioned, that was a very significant change that I noticed. But girl, get into these nails, okay? Like, I'm gonna zoom in a minute, but these are my natural nails, and they are as long as the acrylics I used to get. These prenatals have got my hair growing, they've got my nails flourishing. I did get dip powder on my nails just so that they don't break, but these are my natural nails. So let me go ahead and show y'all. Like, can we get into this right now? These are my natural nails, and they're so, look at how long. Like, sis, when? Never have I ever in my whole life had nails this long. They need a fill real bad, but they're flourishing. So shout out to baby girl and these prenatals, because that is another significant change that I've noticed. Another big change that I've noticed that I think I forgot to mention in my last video as well is that, I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning in my first initial pregnancy announcement video that my acne was out of this world, like worse than I've ever experienced in my whole entire life, and my face has cleared up so much. Like, now my skin is literally glowing. I don't have acne anymore. Like, I'm so grateful that that whole nastiness went away, because I was feeling so ugly every single day, and now my skin is flourishing. So shout out to you, baby girl. Keep doing what you're doing in there. Another significant change that I've noticed, when they call the second trimester the honeymoon phase, I completely see why, because in my first trimester I was so tired all the time, like so tired. I was embarrassed at how tired I was all the time, and as soon as I hit my second trimester, I kid you not, like the energy was like, I'm back, baby. Like I'm up. Now that I'm getting closer to that third trimester, I'm starting to notice my energy is like slowly depleting. Still can't sleep at night. Like, girl, I went to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning last night, or this morning. Like, what? I'm so tired, but I cannot sleep. That's so disrespectful. But I am exhausted again. I'm not as tired as I was during the first trimester, but I'm definitely starting to notice that that energy that I did have throughout this past couple weeks and months is starting to slowly like dwindle again. So that's unfortunate, but I'm grateful that I got that spout of energy for a couple of months though. Another thing that I've noticed, I actually noticed this a few weeks as well, but now it's becoming more prominent, is the fact that I can not only feel her, but I can see her move now too. It's not too major, like I'm not seeing like fists go across my stomach, but I can see her move in my stomach. I can see her kick, which just warms up my heart every single time I see it. And yeah, so she's a little active in there. She be moving and grooving, doing her thing. And last night was the first time that she moved so crucially that it actually hurt. Like, usually it just feels like little flutters, or like I can feel like I can usually feel it, but last night I was like, oh, like it hurt. Like, it actually hurt. Oh, and I guess we can mention the fact that I keep losing my voice. Literally, I have never lost my voice and struggled to talk so much in my entire life, and I don't know if that has to do with pregnancy or like what that is. Comment down below and let me know if you've experienced anything like that during your pregnancy, but I keep losing my voice. And of course, would it be a pregnancy update if I didn't show you my belly? So it's time for a bump date. A bump date. A bump date. This is crazy, y'all. Where is she? She is still hiding in there. Still waiting for her to make her big debut. It might get bigger, it might not.
It may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens.
This is what we are working with. She's still pretty much nowhere to be found. So yeah, that's pretty much it for weeks 25 to 26. I haven't experienced anything crazy, but I am so grateful for this experience. Just trying to make sure baby girl is as comfortable as she can be in there. I'm trying to read to her, play music for her, and just make sure, again, like I mentioned, that she's just comfortable. You know, she's growing in there. Want to make sure she's good. Of course, pray over her all the time. That's so important if you're pregnant. Pray over them. Send positive energy, because even though you feel like they can't feel or hear, they can. this baby is feeling everything that I'm feeling, so I'm just trying to maintain my peace as best that I possibly can. So comment down below if you are pregnant or have been pregnant, and let me know what weeks 25 to 26 looks like for you. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. As always, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, definitely be sure to give it a giant thumbs up, and of course, if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification, that way you never miss any future posts. And of course, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.